Alright, Jason here from newtonswave.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how easy it is, right, to predict whether the price is going to go up or whether it's going to go down. Now, you've probably never heard anyone say that before, right? And you've probably never seen anyone be able to back those claims up, but I'm going to show you in a minute how to trade scientifically. So let's get straight into this and let me show you something that's going to change the way that you trade forever. So the first thing I ask, please, is that you put away any preconceptions, right, that you may have, that you know or think you know about trading, because what I'm about to show you, the majority of the people don't teach, right? So that's all I ask as we go through this educational video now. So on the screen here, you can see you've got the candlestick price pattern. There you go. That's represented by that. And we all know that prices go up and prices go down. It's as simple as that, right? So there we go. So we're on the same page together as it stands. But this is a thing that you need to ask yourself. What makes the price go up and what makes the price go down? Okay, so here are the three biggest reasons or explanations as to why people think the price goes up and down in the stocks and shares, crypto or forex markets, right? So number one, obviously this is one we all know, news, right? So how do people think that the news can affect the share price or crypto price? We'll give you an example. Let's say you're an oil company and you found new oil fields in Alaska. People think, yeah, come on, let's invest in that because the price is going to skyrocket now. Or maybe they've heard that a massive company has had a takeover bid and they've bought a real small company and they now can plow millions of pounds into it, increase the workforce and advertising, and that would be a good investment because the prices, share prices are going to shoot through the roof, right? Another one is social media. Now, this gets blamed a lot for all the pump and dump prices we see on the stocks and shares, especially the OTC markets and the crypto markets, right? People think that if a group of people all get together and say, come on, we're going to burn loads and loads of Elon. This is it, man. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Come on, the more people on this, the more we can raise the price, all make money from it, and then all sell and make money as we're shorting it, right? So that's a pump and dump mentality, and lots of people blame social media for that. And so we've got another one now, buying and selling. I suppose this is the one that most people think is responsible for prices going up and going down. Let me give you an example. On the buying side, let's say Elon Musk buys 100 trillion Elon or SHIB. People automatically think that the price is going to shoot up. Conversely, they hear that a whale is going to sell 100 trillion SHIB. They think, oh no, the price is going to plummet. So what do you think? Do you think that those three outlets there, news, social media and buying and selling, are responsible for the price going up and down? Now what I'm about to say next may really surprise you, right? None of those outlets, news, social media or buying and selling, is responsible whatsoever for making the price go up or for making the price go down. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking this guy's crazy. This guy's a wacko. Of course, they're responsible for the price going down. But remember, at the beginning of this video, I asked you, please, right, to come into this with an open mind and put away any conceived ideas you may have or preconceptions that you may have about trading, because trading is a science. None of that I've explained to you or showed you that people think is responsible for the prices going up and down, right, is scientific. They call that the fundamentals. I'm going to show you science now. I'm going to show you the technical side of trading that maybe you haven't seen before. Okay, so here's our beautiful planet Earth, right, in the Milky Way. Now, we can see quite clearly that there's land and the sea on Earth there. We can see behind the Earth, planet Earth, we can see the stars. But you know, there's lots and lots of things we can't see, right, that allow the universe to work like clockwork, right? For example, gravity. We can't see gravity, yet we know it suspends the Earth, right, and keeps it where it is. Gravity is responsible for all those stars and galaxies in their orbits performing an elaborate ballet. So what's some other things that we can't see, right? But without them, right, we wouldn't be able to function or operate. Okay, so in our universe, there's one common denominator, right? All the information and data travels down one particular type of medium, and that is waves. Let me give you an example of what I mean. Okay, so here we've got a brain. Now, signals travel through the brain via means of brain waves, right? Those signals not only travel down those brain waves, right? They also follow the contours of the particular wave. Let me give you another example. I wouldn't be able to communicate with you now if it wasn't for sound waves, right? The signal not only goes down the wave, but it follows the contours of that wave. Let me give you one more example, right? Here we've got the wave spectrum, and it starts off in the atomic level, right, all the way to the macro level, and you go from radio waves to X-rays, gamma rays, light waves, right? They all travel down a wave, but not only that, they follow the contours of those waves, or the wave that they're traveling down. Now you're probably wondering, what's all this got to do with science? Well, remember earlier I told you that trading is a science, right? And a couple of years ago, scientists discovered that there is an unseen force behind the candlestick price pattern. That's right. There's a force, right, that precedes and dictates price movement. Let me show you what it is. So here we've got Bitcoin, right? This is the typical standard candlestick pattern that we're all familiar with, right? That we all try and trade from. But this is what scientists discovered. Behind this pattern is something called sine waves. Now, basically, there's one big daddy wave that's broken down into lots of other little waves. We'd call them ripples. And it's those ripples that are responsible for the different peaks and troughs that you see here. You can see, for example, these ripples are responsible for this particular up and down movement here. The bigger waves, the undercurrents, these ripples, you can see there's waves within waves here. And this is where it gets really interesting. You see this chart here, right? This is the surfer's, right, chart of how to work out when the next big waves will come along, right? And they use something very similar to sine waves to try and predict that. But what I wanted to show you is you've got one massive ocean, one big wave that's made up into lots of little waves, right? And it's all these little waves that make up the big waves. And it's the same holds true. The same holds true for stocks and shares, for Forex, or the crypto candlestick signal pattern, right? There's one big wave that is responsible for the entire price movement, right? Let me show you what it is. So here it is. This is the wave responsible, right, for price movement up and down. Now, it blew me away when I discovered this. I knew that there had to be something more to trading than just fundamentals, right? I knew there was a science behind it because people use Fibonacci and stuff like that. But it didn't quite seem to always work out just measuring everything against a candlestick pattern. And when I discovered this, it changed the way I traded forever. Immediately, my losses dried up, right? My gains became exponential. My entry and exit points were so much more accurate. It just became a lot simpler and just got rid of all the chaff, right? And so Newton's wave, there it is. That is the unseen force behind the candlestick price pattern. Let me bring the candlestick pattern on. There it is. So you can see the similarities here, can't you? You can see how the candlestick shadow, which I'll call it in this instance because it is just a shadow, you can see how it follows the contours of the actual wave. Now, remember at the start I said I was going to show you a price prediction indicator that would change the way that you traded forever. I was going to show you how you can easily and simply predict whether the price is going to go up or it's going to go down, right? And that's exactly what I'm going to do right now using Newton's wave. Have a look at this. Okay, so let me show you how amazing it is to trade scientifically using Newton's wave. Now, you'll notice that I haven't got the candlestick price pattern on the chart here, and I've done that on purpose because I want to show you how accurate, right, this wave is, right, and how the candlestick signal pattern follows the contours of Newton's wave and not vice versa. So it's really simple. All you need to do is count the peaks and the troughs of Newton's wave. Now, depending on what time frame you're on, if you're on a micro time frame, you get more peaks. If you're on a macro, you'll get less peaks. So I like trading on the macro kind of to intermediate kind of time frames. So let me get straight into this. So here at the start here, right, you'll notice we've got peak 1, peak 2, peak 3, right? Now all the peaks from the top peak to the bottom, right, are divisible by 3, as I said, on the different time frames, or depending on the length of Newton's wave, but it's really easy to fathom out. But anyway, the point I'm making is after the third peak here, I would then enter the trade at the lowest point, which would be here, right? So that would be my entry point into the trade. Okay, I would then ride up, right, this trade all the way to the next tallest peak, right, which would be here. Okay, so that is where I would exit my trade. I would then come out of the trade, and if I wasn't shorting it, I'd wait for the next 3 or the next 6 or the next 9 or the next 12 peaks. So let's do this here. So there's peak 1, peak 2, peak 3, peak 4, peak 5, peak 6. I then find the lowest point, which is here. That would be my entry point right there, and then I'd ride it all the way up to the next tallest peak, which would be there. So there you go. That's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? And this isn't rocket science. That is how easy it is to trade using Newton's wave. Now I'm going to bring the candlestick price pattern on, right, so you can see how accurate this is. So let's bring the candlestick price pattern on. There you go. Look at that. Just look at that for 1 minute, right, and just see how trading Newton's wave, right, can get your entry and exit points spot on. So I'm just going to get the marker tool here. So on here, I made all those gains there. And from here, from this trade, I made all those gains there. And you know what? This is a real life example I'm showing you, right? I made $190,000, right, on this particular trade from a $15,000 investment. So the proof of the pudding is in the eating. And to me, if you're not trading scientifically, then you're trading blind. So there you go. There's no big mystery behind trading. There's no kind of secret arts that only the elite know about it. It's just science, really simple science. There's a big wave behind the candlestick price movement, and once you can see that wave with this price prediction tool that we've developed for TradingView, trading becomes easier. And you know what? Newton's wave, it works with stocks and shares, it works with on the forex market, and it works with crypto. And do you know what? That's really good, because most people use different tools and indicators and strategies for each of those. So there you go. Look, I love trading. I love helping people to make money trading, and I wish you the best of success with your trading. So listen, thank you for taking the time to listen to me today and watch this video. You take care. My name's Jason from Newton's Wave, and I'll speak to you soon.